All right. So I was just looking at your reaction to that to see what you thought. Okay. Here's a little provocative thing. So not long ago, I made the following statement that people are talking about today, which is that all it takes to make a man happy. Let's say you're in a marriage with a man, and I said all it takes to make him happy is some combination of at least 3 of the 5 things: respect, sex, exercise, work, and food. So if you're married to a man, and it's within your ability to make sure he gets at least 3 of those things, or at least help him, he's probably going to be fine. Doesn't have to be the same 3 every day, but got to get at least 3 of these things: respect, sex, exercise, work, or food. Now, it seems to me this is very doable. Yeah. Food meaning eating with a man, helping him, make a sandwich or whatever. I mean, you don't have to make the sandwich, but if he's got food and it's good food, he's going to be kind of happy. So these are all very doable things. So any woman could quite easily help make sure a guy gets these things just by making sure the scheduling is good, etc. But does it work the other way? It seems to me that, and I want to test this with you, all right? This is going to be very provocative, all right? It goes like this. If we take the filter that everything we do is some kind of reflection of our mating instinct, and then that's a good filter. It's very predictive. If you just say everything you do is somehow being influenced by your mating instinct, you end up explaining the whole world. It's a really good way to explain what's happening, and it's an even better way to explain what's going to happen next, right? So we have a situation in which men appear to want to make their women, in your typical hetero relationship, I think men want their wives to be happy. Would you say that's true? Would you agree with the fact that men want their wives to be happy? Now, if you use the mating filter, it makes perfect sense, because the man wants to have sex, and if his potential sex partner is happier, he has more chance. So the main thing that a man is evolved to do, which is have sex and spread his seed, that's his main biological impulse. And making a woman happy is how he gets there. So does he legitimately want a woman to be happy? Yes, unambiguously. Does it work the other way? Does the woman have an unambiguous desire to make the man in her life happy? I don't think so. And I don't think it has anything to do with the character of the woman. I think that through the biological filter, they just don't have an incentive. And indeed, keeping a man slightly unhappy so he's continuing to give you resources is probably the optimized situation, isn't it? Because if the man is happy, he stops doing stuff. Well, I got everything I need. Why would I do more? Why would I bring you flowers if you're already happy? Why do I need to work harder to make money so that we're more comfortable if you're already happy? I would say that making a man happy is biologically suboptimal. And that men, to keep our system working, the biological part of our system, kind of need to be unsatisfied all the time so that we're working for stuff. We got to work for stuff, right? And I'm not sure that makes us unhappy, because we like to work for stuff. We're sort of designed that way. But, everybody's different. I see Gene saying, untrue. Not true, Sandra says. I want my man to be happy. Let me add a caveat to that. I don't believe there's any woman who thinks this way. Would you be okay with that? In my opinion, no woman would agree with what I said, consciously. No woman is going to say, yeah, I do kind of like it when the man I love is a little bit unhappy. I believe nobody believes that. So all of you all of you saying, I'm seeing most of the women saying, that's not true. I want my husband to be happy. I do believe you believe that. I don't believe it's biologically true. So I'm not sure that all of your actions are compatible with that. Many are, of course, because you're in a relationship. So of course you're considering what your partner wants. But I feel like there's a difference, and that there's a biological reason for it that's somewhat obvious. Do you buy that? Let me put this as just a provocative thought. It's not what I'm telling you is true. So tomorrow when somebody says, Scott says this is true, you will be lying. I'm just saying it's a provocative thought. And I'm not, Sandra says, you're not an anthropologist. No, I'm not. Have you ever seen me disagree with experts before? I'm just going to say,